gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Collision Course. I'm Nathan Norman, your host. Last week, we saw Alex Castle take up his issues with management, and now the entire locker room is on notice. Let's look at some highlights from that match.
Well, you got to give credit to El Matador, though. He has not backed down from any challenge that's been put in front of him. He's got a heart of a bullfighter.
He certainly does.
This is your fault.
This is your fault, Testa, was the words from Alex Castle here, as he is using that as an excuse to just basically bully and beat up on El Matador, obviously the much smaller man.
Oh, come on now. Whoa,
wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. What is going on here? Get him back in the ring here, guys. Come on. El Matador, fist of fury. But is quickly stopped by Alex Castle. Chris Hagstrom has gone to take care of Adam Testa here. I'm not sure what's going on. And El Matador now rammed into the ring. Pain and punishment now on El Matador. And I don't understand his motive here, as he's gesturing now to Adam Testa, who has been sent backstage. Ace crusher right there. That's got to be it. And it is.
Last time I was here, I had a shot at the tag team titles. And that may not have gone my way, but that doesn't mean that I'm done. That doesn't mean that I'm not going after gold. I promised that I would hold gold by the end of the year here, or I would leave forever, and I mean to keep that promise. So if I have to find a new tag team partner, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And there's somebody coming here in a couple weeks that I've got my eye on. It's not over, Testa. You can't get rid of me.
Now, before Alex Castle can get his tag team title shot, we need to know who the champions will be at that time. And we will find out when champions Brandon Espinosa and Ace Hawkins take on the Submission Squad. Let's hear from both teams now.
Pro Wrestling Collision, your tag team champions are here. Brandon Espinosa, myself, and Ace Hawkins. And next week we take on the Submission Squad. Evan Jalistico, Pierre Abernathy. We know you've taken on some of the best in the country. You've beaten them. You've beaten them together as a tag team. But you know what? We showed last time why exactly we are the tag team champions. Granted, it wasn't the greatest wrestling execution there ever has been on television, and that's due to the fact that there was a female involved, and, well, I just don't want to really put my hands on a female in a match. But, you know, that's also Alex Castle's fault. You shouldn't have put your female in harm's way. But next week, we will show you why we are considered the best tag team in Southern Illinois. So, Submission Squad, prepare yourself.
Minor threat. Brandon Espinosa, Ace Hawkins, we're coming for you. More than that, we're coming for what you want, what you cherish, what you love, those tag team titles. Next week, we don't even really want them. What we want is to take away what you want. What?
Take a sip of that.
No.
No, trust me. Forget it. Put your lips around that for a minute. There you go. Now, yeah, how does that taste?
You know that tastes amazing.
You know what's in here?
I know what's in there. Why don't you tell them what's in there?
Not just your regular coffee. Crossroads Coffee, official sponsor of this place, Pro Wrestling Collision.
Yep.
You believe that?
Yep.
But I guess there's bigger things to talk about.
Yep.
Stop it.
Okay.
Ace Hawkins, Brandon Espinosa, you two boys are cute. Real cute. Matter of fact, they look better than we do without their shirts on. Some people would say we're overweight. Some people would say we're not cosmetically appealing. There are even some people who would go as far as saying we don't belong in the pro wrestling business.
Got it.
But it doesn't matter what you people think. At the end of the day, me and this handsome guy, we do tag team wrestling better than anyone else. Anybody else. And it shows with the amount of titles we've won over our illustrious careers. So, gentlemen, You can bring your pretty hair, you can bring your tans, and you can bring your somewhat washboard abs, but not really a six-pack abs, but you act like they are. You take pictures in the gym every day. It's not going to matter because we're going to beat you both up. We're going to take your tag team titles, hop on our bikes, and pedal to Crossroads Coffee. Let's go, Evan. Put over the coffee. One more time. I'll meet you outside.
Crossroads Coffee, official sponsor of Pro Wrestling Collision and Winchester Ammunition. Bang.
And that will be next week, but tonight it will be Chase King taking on Justice. Let's hear from Chase King right now.
Welcome to the VIP club of Pro Wrestling Collision. But see, I got something to say right now. Kyle Sykes, I'm not done with you by a long shot. You see, ever since I've been in this company, I've been overshadowed by you. But last month, me and my tag team partner, Matt King, got the victory. Just to let you know, I'm keeping my eye on you, boy.
Got coffee? If not, head to Crossroads Coffee Company in Carterville. Not only do they have a variety of coffee and tea, you can also pick up breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. That includes the Kevin Hunsburger, an 8-ounce Angus burger on a toasted ciabatta bun topped with homemade chili, pepper jack cheese, waffle fries, and jalapenos. Coming soon, craft-style beer and local wines. Watch for details on our Facebook page, Crossroads Coffee Company. Check it out, Crossroads Coffee Company, located off of Route 13 in Carterville.
Stream professional wrestling from an ever-changing library of great events and network exclusives like the fast-paced Lucha Libre of Chikara and the city-crushing shenanigans of Kaiju Big Battle. All that and a whole lot more coming your way every single month when you subscribe to shop.wrestlingiz.com. Get in on the ground floor of the industry's most groundbreaking groups and at a fraction of the cost of buying DVDs. Wrestling is headed into the digital age, and you can be part of it at shop.wrestlingiz.com.
Our next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 198 pounds, Chase King.
As he is accompanied by his half-brother, Matt King, who we've seen tag with each other just a few weeks ago, Kevin.
That's right, and they are, rather, one half, Chase King, being in action here on this episode of Collision Course.
And his opponent from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 295 pounds, Justice.
You better watch out there, Drew Robbins. You might get in the middle of the action.
Justice, obviously the bigger of the two here, outweighing Chase King by nearly 100 pounds, and he's got fans all over here holding up signs. We encourage folks to come out and support their favorite wrestlers. Bring the signs.
Absolutely.
You never know who might autograph it or put you on TV.
That's very, very true, Kevin. And, you know, one thing that we love to do here at Pro Wrestling Collision is get the fans involved. So bring your signs. And what is this?
Chase King looks like he's been through this drill before.
Not
like exactly sure why he's doing that.
He looks guilty of something. Either way, though, here on Collision Course, it is Justice versus Chase King. And Kevin, Justice, we've seen over the last few weeks. He's debuted in Pro Wrestling Collision. He is a fan favorite, but he's 0-2.
Yeah, we've seen him around the region before, Chris, and he's had quite a record. But here in Pro Wrestling Collision, just not been able to click and get that winning streak going. In fact, I dare say, as Chris mentioned, 0-2 right now would be a losing streak of sorts. So maybe picking up a win here against Chase King might be a momentum booster and get Justice rolling on the path to victory.
You know, Kevin, one of the other things that's coming up next week is we've got a heavyweight title match and a tag team title match. But we've seen a lot on Collision this past few weeks of chaos ensuing, and as you've seen by the amped up security at last week's episode of Collision as well as this week's episode of Collision Course, we're not going to tolerate that, and we're going to get things under control.
I applaud that decision to do that, Chris. I do feel safer with the security that you have here.
Especially when you got 3 big guys right behind you.
Exactly. I feel much safer now, and Justice looking for a test of strength, and I think it's pretty clear who's going to. I don't even know that Chase King, he may need a step stool to reach Justice here.
Justice standing almost towering over Chase King, but that's a way to chop a big man down to size.
Absolutely. Kick right to the abdomen, just now pounding him in the back. There's a couple of knees as well. Just beating him down to the mat, a front face lock, or well, he's going to attempt a suplex here. I don't know that he's going to get the big man over.
You got to watch out, though, because Justice, he is a big man. It's a lot to try to take over here. Chase King is still trying. Give him credit.
Look at that.
Oh, Justice brings him over with the suplex.
That was a beautifully executed suplex, too, and done with the slightest of ease.
Well, here comes King Entertainment together. Matt King trying to get Chase King back into this thing here.
They are half brothers. What kind of role will Matt King play here? I don't know.
Well, one thing you got to be sure of is whenever King Entertainment is together, you've got to keep your eyes on them, especially when there's one on the outside of the ring, because they're going to do what it takes to win a match.
That's right, and we do also know that Chase King's rival, Kyle Sykes, will be facing Matt King in just a couple of weeks on Collision in a singles match.
That's right.
I'm sorry, in the next episode of Collision Course in 2 weeks.
So it's 2 weeks at Collision Course, and it seems like things just are not settled between Sykes and Chase King, and I may have a few words to these gentlemen coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, an interesting rivalry building there as Justice now got some momentum here with those chops, and the fans, of course, loving every minute of it.
Ooh, right into the corner goes Chase King.
Charging in, full speed ahead. The motorcycle man, Justice.
Flattened him like a pancake.
And Chase King out on his feet right now. I think had he not been in the corner, he might have gone straight on his back.
Ooh.
Thunderous forearms now right across the chest of Chase King.
You know, Justice is, usually we see Justice a little more friendly, a little more happier, but I think this, with a back elbow, this 0-2 streak of Justice might be starting to get to him.
He's got something to prove, Chris. You know, this is the world of professional wrestling. Wins and losses do matter here in Pro Wrestling Collision.
That's right. That's why we keep tracking him on the website at ProWrestlingCollision.com. And speaking of collision, Justice's chest collides with the turnbuckle.
Yeah, that sternum hit that top turnbuckle. Chase King rolls out to the floor, helped back in by Brother Matt, half-brother Matt.
Ooh. Again, stiff shots by Justice, though. He's trying to get Chase King back in. That's how you got to win the match, is in the middle of the ring.
Gonna bring him in the hard way. Suplex, another one, a big thunderous one. Hooks the leg this time.
Only a 2 count, though.
That was nearly 300 pounds across the chest of Chase King. I applaud him for getting out of that because the leg was hooked as well.
Whoa, 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 watch out here, and
King Entertainment having an impromptu meeting on the floor here.
Well, Chase King is going to try to get himself together here. Justice standing tall, and I got to applaud Justice, the smart man, not going outside after Chase King, especially with Matt King lurking around ringside.
That's right. It's a double-edged sword, but now he's being distracted, and that's going to pay.
And that's where King Entertainment gets you, Kevin. That distraction.
And look at this. Side Russian leg sweep. Is that going to be enough to put the big man away? I doubt it.
1, 2, and whoa.
Powerful kick out by Justice. As Chase King now putting the boots to the big man.
Chase King is not. Oh, come on now.
Chokehold.
Now that's got to stop. Come on, Heller. I think one of the things, besides having beefed up security, we're going to have to get referees into the gym so they can start competing with some of these wrestlers. Excuse me.
Running chaos, and now taking out that knee of Justice. Chase King now wrenching the ankle and knee, and that's going to take the big man off his feet and take that wheel out from underneath him. That's going to have quite an impact.
Well, one of the things that we talked about, Kevin, we're trying to regain order of Pro Wrestling Collision. I'm trying to regain order here. And one of the things the referees have got to do, they've got to take a little more initiative, be a little more assertive in that ring. But Justice now, speaking of assertive, is asserting those fists into the chest of Chase King.
Getting back up, going to try to get some blood circulating back to that knee. Oh, Justice takes down Chase King there.
It's like a delayed clothesline.
Yeah, whips him into the ropes.
Wait. Oh, there it is. That's that power slam. Here's that black hole slam Going for a cover. Wait a minute, though.
Distracted once again by Matt King is Justice. It takes care of him.
Wow. He landed with authority there on the...
You got to pay attention to what's happening, though. Justice Chase King climbing the top rope now.
Get him. Watch out here.
High cross body, but he's caught in midair.
Uh-oh.
That's that strength we were talking about.
Oh, and he did it. Oh, wait a minute, though. No, it was a reversal. It was a DDT. Wait a minute, though.
Chase
Cover
King
one,
hooks the
2,
leg.
3. I don't believe it.
Wow.
I don't believe that, Kevin. Chase King just beat Justice.
And the winner of the match by pinfall, Chase King.
I don't believe what I just saw here, Kevin. Chase King just upset Justice.
That was a huge upset as King Entertainment celebrating here.
The VIPs of Pro Wrestling Collision, what they call themselves. Watch out for Chase and Matt King. They're on a roll.
A big victory here.
Thanks again for joining us on another exciting episode of Collision Course. Join us next week on Collision as both the tag team titles and the heavyweight title will be defended. You don't want to miss it.